on this beautiful 82-degree afternoon. I'll have yet another no cooling call. And yes, I am drinking coffee to cool off, but gentleman said his indoor unit is blowing air through the vents, but it's only warmish air. The outdoor unit does not appear to be running. So once again, could be anything from mechanical failure and electrical failure to a refrigerant issue. So we'll drop by and see what we find and see if we can't get him going on this fine Saturday. Tight fit on this one, but we've got the thermostat turned on and nothing going out here. So see if we can set that there. First thing we'll do is check our high voltage, if we can get in there. So we do have 240 volts. Next thing we'll do is check our low voltage. So we'll go between red, 24 volt hot, and common on this board, and we've got nothing. So we'll go down here to the wires themselves. Check our common, check our hot, and nothing. At this point, we'll go upstairs. We may have a float switch that's kicked, or maybe a bad fuse. Alrighty, I see the problem already. So I don't know how well it picks up, but this drain pan is completely full of water. And we do have a float switch. It looks like an old float switch, but I saw that when we came up where it was floated to the top. So there is a float switch on here. Basically what we're going to have is our drain line is clogged. So all the water, instead of going down our drain line, went into this pan. Once the pan filled up enough, our little float switch shut the power down that they have wired through right here, which appears to be tied to our wire, so red. So it was cutting our 24 volt low voltage to the system to prevent this thing from flooding and damaging the ceiling. So we will get our vacuum up here, get this water out of the pan, and we will unclog this drain line. So just vacuuming that water out. Already our air handler is turned on, restored power. So the outdoor unit will probably be coming in a moment. It will be on its short cycle delay or power up delay. Essentially, they don't want that compressor to run and turn off and then run again in rapid succession or really quickly together. So the defrost board out there has a 5-minute timer on it. So once power is restored, now that it has been, it's going to wait about 5 minutes to turn it on. So we'll go dump this bucket of water, come up, get another one, and probably somewhere in there the outdoor unit will turn on and we'll be able to feel it vibrating. Okay. I'll take a look. Thank you, sir. Bye. there. Go outside and vacuum this drain out as well. Make sure it's all cleared up, and should be good to go. This is our drain line. As you can see, it's barely dripped anything at all out of it, where it's been disconnected here, as we found it. So it's been clogged for a while. The reason I like these, the tubing fits perfectly over a 3/4 inch PVC pipe. So we'll vacuum it out pretty easily. So we're back in the attic, and I can hear the vacuum pulling through our drain here, so we know we're good. We'll pop that little guy open, and these are treatment pills, basically pills, little tablets. Basically, as they dissolve, the resulting mess will run through the drain line and kill any kind of bacteria that may be residing in there that clogged us up to begin with. And we'll call this one done for the day and move along to our next adventure. So you will run into that in the spring a lot. In the spring it tends to be creatures, insects, something has clogged up the drain line manually with debris, trying to build a nest, something like that. Later on in the summer it tends to be more biological fouling, whether it be some kind of bacterial growth or what have you. I've heard some people say that it's algae, but I'm pretty sure most algae require sunlight, so it's got to be a biological fouling like bacteria. But essentially, a lot of units, especially in the attic, will have a float switch of some type to prevent it from hopefully overflowing that auxiliary pan and ruining the ceiling. A lot of times, if they're indoor systems, they'll likely still have a pan switch, but if it's in a basement or so, there may even be a pump that has a float switch built onto it. So you may run through a daisy chain of float switches sometimes before you figure out where it's at. But the idea is it will cut power to the unit before the unit's able to overflow the pan and cause some damage. This particular case, we were just able to vacuum it out. The drain line, sometimes they're not that easy to deal with. That one, our vacuum was powerful enough to suck out the clog. Got that taken care of, and we added some, I believe those are actually borax tablets, not chlorine, but as they dissolve, it runs down the drain line and kills out any of that bacteria that might be forming. So we got them taken care of, and we're moving on to the next one.